Hello everyone, welcome. Today we will learn knitting baby socks. It is for a baby of 1 year. So we will start making the socks. Begin by casting on 31 stitches on your knitting needles and knit all the stitches for row 1. This is the first row, and for this row you will knit all the stitches. Second row, knit 1, and next stitch is make 1, that is we have to increase a stitch. So I have still not dropped the loop of the first stitch, and you have to knit from this back loop of the same stitch. This is one way of increasing. Next is knit 14, 1, 2 and 14. So after this 14th stitch also there is a make 1. So you can do it like what we did at the beginning, or you can pick this lower loop and you can make a knit stitch. This is also an increased stitch. After that again it is knit 1 and make 1. So when there is a make 1, instead of dropping this loop, I will make a knit stitch from the behind of the same loop. Okay, both the techniques will work. However you feel easy, you can increase it that way. Then again it's knit 14, 1, 2 and 14. So after this 14th stitch there is one more make 1. So I will make a knit stitch from the back loop of the same stitch. This is my increased stitch, and last stitch knit 1. At the beginning we had 31 stitches, and in this row we increased 4 stitches, so you will have 35 stitches now. Now third row is you have to knit all the stitches. Just go on making one knit in every stitch. Going to row 4, it is knit 2 at the beginning, 1 and 2. After this second knit there is a make 1, so instead of dropping the loop I will increase in this stitch. Then knit 14, 1, 2, 14, and after 14 there is a make 1 stitch, so I will make in this loop only of the previous stitch, make 1 and knit 3, 1, 2 and 3. After this third knit there is a make 1, so increase a stitch. Then it is knit 14, 1, 2 and after this 14th stitch there is an increase, so I will increase in this stitch. Then last knit 2. Next fifth round, it is knit all the stitches. Sixth row, knit 3 and make 1, 1, 2, 3 and make 1, knit 14, knit 14 and make 1, 14 and make 1, knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and make 1. This is 5 and this is 1. Again knit 14, 1, 2, 14 and make 1. This is 14 and make 1. Next last knit 3. So 7th row is knit all stitches. just making one knit stitch in every stitch. 8th row, knit 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. After 4th knit you have to make one stitch. This is the make one. Then knit 14 and make one. 1, 2, 14 and make one. Then it is knit 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and make one. Then knit 14. 1, 2, 14 and make one. Then 4 knits. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Going to row 9. This is again to knit all the stitches. 1, 2. At this point, at this row, you will have 47 stitches. We had started our work with 31 stitches. Now we have 47 stitches on our needle. If there is any stitch count mistake in your project, please check it. Otherwise, the shape of the socks will not come correct. So at this point only rectify it and then you can continue. Make all the stitches knitwise for this row. So the 9th row is over. Now going to the 10th row, I have cut this blue color yarn and now I will be joining the white color. Start by making a knit stitch. Okay, knit 1 and continue making knit stitches till the end. Just to secure these two strands together, tie 1 or 2 simple knots. Then continue making one knit in every stitch. This is the right side of the socks, and from now we are not following the garter stitch pattern. From now we will be working in straight stitches. So this row will be knit and the next row will be purl. Continue, make knit stitches till the end. Row 11, this is the wrong side, so purl all the stitches. And you have to continue making one row of knit and one row of purl till 18th row. Now this is the 11th row. The knit row was 10th row. This purl row is 11th row. So continue the same, one row of knit and one row of purl till you reach the 18th row. The blue part that we made, this is the base of the socks. This white part is the side of the socks, and after 18th row we will make the top part of the socks. So the row numbers 10 to 18 in white color are over. Now we will be decreasing the stitches to give the shape of the socks. So first row of the decreases, make 19 knits. 1, 2, 18 and 19. After 19th stitch, you will join the first color again. I am taking the teal blue color and I will make 8 knits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so at this point I will cut the white color and I will tie a small knot. To continue with the work, next is we have to slip one stitch, slip it knitwise and knit 1. Now you have to pass the slipped stitch over the knitted one like this. That is, we just decreased 1 stitch here. Now instead of working on the further stitches, you have to turn your work, and then this is the wrong side or second row of decreases. Here you have to slip 1 stitch and purl 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. After you make 7 purls, you have to make a purl 2 together. Okay, this is the second decrease. Now again, instead of working on the further stitches, turn your work, and again you have to do the same what we did on the right side. That is, first we have to slip a stitch knitwise, knit 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now next is, now we have to do the SKP. SKP is slip, knit and pass. Okay, we had slipped this stitch, we had knitted this stitch, and we passed the slip stitch over the knitted one. So this is SKP. It is an abbreviation. You might see it in many of written patterns, so you have to do the same whenever it comes. Next, again this is the purl side or the wrong side. You have to do the same. Slip 1, purl 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And on the wrong side, that is on the purl side, we have to finish by a purl 2 together. Okay, like this, and this will continue for 17 rows. Now we are in the 5th row. Now from here you have to continue the same till 17th row. When it is on the right side, you have to complete the row by making an SKP, that is slip, knit and pass over. And when it is on the purl side or on the wrong side, you have to finish it by purl 2 together. So continue making the same. This will give the top portion of the socks only in the blue color. Continue this till a total of 17th row. Now we are in the 5th row. Continue it till 17th row. So this is my 17th row, and I have done making the 17th row. These are the remaining stitches. This is how it looks from the right side. This will be on the top part of the foot. Now to continue from here, I will join the white color again, and I will cut off this blue yarn. As this is wrong side, continue all the stitches purl wise. Going to the right side. For this row, we will knit all the stitches from 1 to 31 again. Now again you will be having 31 stitches on your needle, just the same number that we had in the beginning of the socks. So knit all the stitches of this row. Once the knit row is done, we will start with the ribbing. So the ribbing will be knit 1 and purl 1, K1 P1. This is the sharp ribbing. You might have already seen how to make a sharp ribbing on my channel. I will also leave a link in the description. You can follow that to see how it works. Now you will continue the ribbing rows K1 P1 for at least 14 rows, and after 14 rows you will bind it off by a stretchy bind off technique. Once you are done with the K1 P1 sharp ribbing, now it's time for bind off. I'm using the method of stretchy bind off here. You might have already seen how to make a stretchy bind off. If you have missed it, I'll update the link in the description. Please see that one. By doing a stretchy bind off, it will not leave any marks on the child's leg. It will be very stretchy and elastic type. So it's better you use this method of bind off. After completing the bind off, leave a little bit of tail and then cut the yarn. Pass the thread through the loop. Okay, so this is how a stretchy bind off looks. It will stretch instead of holding the stitches. Now the last thing that is remaining is to stitch these two ends together. Stitch the white part with the white yarn and the blue one with the blue. So complete the stitching procedure. And now the beautiful baby socks are ready. I hope you enjoyed how to make baby socks with me. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe for more such videos.